Hi Scott, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, it's all good, thank you. You've been at the club for 2 months or so now, and it's been a bit mad. You've had three managers, albeit one caretaker. You've made your debut in a 5-5. What's it been like for you so far?
Listen, for me, I think it's probably been good. Obviously, I've came from not really playing at Fleetwood, so it was really important for me to get back involved in a proper first team environment and back playing games. So personally, it's been okay. As you say, three managers has been little bit hectic, but nah, it's been all good.
I know it's a bit different in Notts in terms of the owners have more of a say than the managers in signings, but what's it like signing under at the time Lou Williams, and then roughly a week later he leaves? How does that make you feel?
It was a little bit strange. Obviously, I'm still quite young, so it's something that's never happened. And as you mentioned, the recruitment process is a little bit different here. So initially, my conversations were with Luke and Rich over Zoom. So it was him that I was talking to, and he was telling me about the way he plays. But I think the important thing at the club just now is sort of one vision all the way through. So if obviously Luke did move on, and the same sort of process and the way we played was going to stay the same, and that was really important for me to be a part of.
I spent a lot of your youth at Celtic, and then you had a few loans at League One clubs since. And Notts and League Two is the lowest level you've played at. But how does that rank against where you've been so far in your career?
Yeah, as you say, it's League Two, the first time I've played it. But in terms of the team we've got here, I don't think it's the individual talent. It's definitely not the worst team I've played in it, especially being that I've been lowered down. I've said to a couple of boys asked me about the sort of teams I've played for, and this is probably the best in terms of the way we play. It's all with the ball. It's all the squad down to a T. But it's definitely the last month or so. I'm really enjoying it.
Well, you've been a regular starter since you came. You're arguably one of the first names on the team sheet now. Got up to speed pretty quickly. How do you feel like you've done so far?
Listen, I probably got off to a little bit of a slow start. I remember the first game at Grimsby sort of passed me by a little bit. I wasn't brilliant by my own standards, but since then I've sort of grew into the team a bit more, got a little bit better every week I'd say, and I'm just hoping I can keep on improving. And I think it's important to know for my standards as well. I feel as though there's a lot more in me.
Crewe on Saturday. You spent a season there a couple of years back. How was your time there? And do you think there's anything that will still be similar now, style wise and whatnot, that you can pass on?
Listen, I still know a few of the boys that are still there, and we talk pretty regularly. To be honest, made some good friends. But in terms of personally at Crewe, it was going well for me as an individual playing every week. But obviously, I got a bad injury in about November time. It sort of just tailed off my progress. To be honest, I tried to play through it and then ended up deciding I had to get surgery. But up until that, I did really enjoy it, and I was in the team playing games, which is probably the most important thing for when you're on loan, to be playing games.
League Two's so tight at the minute, particularly for that final playoff spot. As a player, are you looking at that, or are you, as cliched as it might sound, are you taking it, game by game?
I think that's what we've got to do right now. I've not seen the league table properly, but we do know it is really tight right now, and a couple of wins here can take you right up into the playoff spaces. But listen, as a group, we try not to look at that, and we just focus on the next game, as you said.
It's been a real tough run of fixtures since you've been at the club, really playing four of the top eight in those 5 games, something like that. But do you think that you and the team are better for it, having played all of the sort of the better sides of the division kind of all in one go?
Yeah, I suppose you could look at it that way, and I think it's probably give myself more confidence in me and the team, having played the four teams. And I know the results haven't been perfect recently, but I think if you watch those games, I don't think you can say we went the better team in many of them. So it's just about taking those performances, try to replicate them, but turn them into results as well.
Thank you, Scott. Good luck Saturday.
Nice one, mate. Thank you.
Hi Scott,
Hi, mate. You okay?
good, thank you. You obviously spoken about how hectic it's been with you so far with all the different managers you've played under already at Notts, but how have you found Stuart in particular and his methods on the training pitch and in terms of how he wants you to play?
Very good. To be honest, I've really enjoyed it. played the sort of same shape his first few games, which was similar to the last manager, I believe. So that was good, but I think it's more important as well that the style for whatever formation we play is going to be the same. We try and pass the ball, we try and play through the thirds, and I think that's the main thing for all the members of the squad.
Does that suit you? Because obviously as a midfield player, in a possession-heavy style, the onus is on you to be comfortable on the ball and be able to play through the thirds, like you say. So does that suit you?
Yeah, I think it has. It's something that I've always wanted to be a part of, a proper structure in a team, and sometimes I've played for as a midfielder, the ball sort of goes over your head and you get a bit of a sore neck, but I think from what I've seen anyway, the manager's style suits me, and it pretty much suits all the midfielders in the squad as well.
And you're hoping, I guess, that this is sort of a long-term move for you in terms of the length of deal you've signed and how you've started in terms of your involvement in the team already.
Yeah, I hope I can, I know a bit cliche, but find a little bit of a home here, settle down, and and spend a good few years here.
And is there anyone in the squad that you sort of leaned on during this adaptation period? Anyone, maybe I guess the people you played alongside in midfield or anyone like that?
I played alongside Bozzy when I was very young, about 18, 19, when I was at Doncaster, so I knew him. He was the only one I knew coming in, but obviously it's a bit of an obvious one, and Jim O'Brien's helped me a lot, and then he obviously got the caretaker for a little bit, so he sort of took me under his wing, and he's been brilliant with me as well, just like little pointers here and there.
And the quality of the forward players you've got ahead of you, I guess that's a nice thing to have in terms of being able to create chances for them.
Yeah, listen, they make our jobs, like the centre midfielders, easier. We just need to get the ball to them and let them go and do their stuff. And as well, as you say, the quality of them, you always feel as though you're in the match and you can score at any time, which to be a part of a team like that is really exciting.
Scott, thank you.
No, but
Scott, how much do you think, and what areas do you think that this system can help to develop you?
I think the more I get the ball, the more touches I can get personally is going to bring me on for the future. And so far it's been so good in terms of all the games. I think we've had a lot of the ball, a lot of the possession, and a lot of the play, and that's only going to help me and especially the midfielders as well.
And how frustrating can that be when you're in a side that aren't necessarily playing the type of football that you've seen yourself being able to play? How frustrating is that?
I think, to be honest, it's probably more frustrating than people realise, because you're not necessarily having bad games at these teams. You're just not really touching the ball. Going back a little bit, I remember after a game I think I had 16 touches in 70 minutes of football at one of my clubs, and that was just no good for me trying to develop as a technical midfielder.
And after obviously discussions and training with Stuart, how much do you think he understands the way you want to play and the way that you can play best?
I don't just think it's me. I think it's the whole team. We all see football being played like the ball on the ground, sort of passing from the back. So it's not just me individually, and the gaffer's just going to keep on top of us, just to make sure that although the foundations were probably already in there from the last management team, this manager's come in and maybe just tweaks a few things. But it's only going to help us.
And how kind of up for it are you specifically for this game? Because they're a tough game, tough side, but for you to show your qualities on the pitch.
Probably don't think it's any different to any of the other games I've played in. I'm up for every game. I think hopefully people can see that I'm quite determined to win every game. Although that's not happened recently, but I think going forward, if we can keep on the performances that we've had in the last 4 games, I think the results are only going to come.
And is that kind of universal, the patience around the players with having good performances but occasionally not managing to get the results? Do you guys collectively think that they will come if you keep playing like this?
Definitely, I think it'd be hard not to, especially the first half the other day against Wrexham. I think we were brilliant. I don't know how we went in 1-0 down, but I think if we can just keep on top of the performances breed the results, and I think going into the end of the season that if the performance levels are high, I'm sure we'll pick up points.